Most people move through life in predictable patterns, socializing the same way, chasing the same goals, thinking the same thoughts. But then there's the Sigma male. He operates differently. He's the guy who disappears for days, doesn't respond to texts for hours, and seems perfectly content living in his own world. To the average person, his habits are strange, even unsettling. But to him, they're just how he survives. See, being a Sigma male isn't just a label, it's a mindset, a way of living that doesn't conform to the usual expectations. It's why people misunderstand him, why they're drawn to him, and why some even fear him. In this video, we're going deep into 5 weird habits all Sigma males have, the behaviors that separate them from the crowd, the ones that make people scratch their heads, and the ones that secretly give them an edge over the rest of the world. And by the end, you'll see why these habits aren't weird at all. They're powerful. Let's begin. 101. Ghosting. But not for the reason you think. Society has turned ghosting into a dirty word. It's seen as disrespectful, cold, and inconsiderate. But when a Sigma male disappears, it's not personal, it's survival. Unlike the average person who thrives on constant communication, a Sigma male needs silence like others need oxygen. Social interactions drain him faster than most people realize. It's not that he dislikes people, it's just that too much talking, too much explaining, and too much energy spent on surface-level interactions feels like noise in his brain. So he ghosts, but not because he's playing games, not because he's trying to hurt anyone. He does it because he has to. It's like when a computer overheats, at some point, the only solution is to shut it down. A Sigma male does the same. When life gets too chaotic, when people demand too much from him, he simply disconnects. This confuses people. Some take it personally. They assume he's cutting them off, that he doesn't care. But the reality is, he does this to everyone. Friends, family, relationships, no one is exempt. And here's the interesting part. The more someone tries to force him to stay connected, the faster he pulls away. If he feels pressured to always be available, he'll vanish even harder. Freedom is everything to him. Women, in particular, struggle to understand this. Many mistake his ghosting as a hard-to-get tactic, when in reality he's just recharging his mind. Unlike typical guys who chase women for attention, a Sigma male doesn't seek validation. He'd rather be alone than deal with unnecessary drama. Second, holding back in conversations. Silence makes most people uncomfortable. They feel the need to fill every second with words, even if they have nothing meaningful to say. But a Sigma male, he thrives in silence. He doesn't engage in small talk for the sake of it. He doesn't say things just to be polite. Every word he speaks has a purpose. This is why people find him mysterious. When he listens more than he talks, they assume he's hiding something. Some even get paranoid. What is he thinking? But in reality, he's simply observing. Unlike extroverts, who process their thoughts out loud, a Sigma male processes them internally. By the time he actually speaks, his words have been carefully thought out. And when he does talk, people listen. This makes Sigma males naturally intimidating. They don't try to impress others by dominating conversations. Instead, their quietness forces people to lean in, to pay closer attention, to hang on to every word they finally decide to share. And here's the kicker. Sigma males can tell who's worth talking to within the first few minutes of meeting them. If someone talks too much about themselves, if they interrupt constantly, if they never ask thoughtful questions, a Sigma male will mentally check out. He won't be rude. He won't argue. He'll just stop engaging. 3. Randomly disappearing from social events. Ever been at a party, turn around, and suddenly someone is missing? That's the Sigma male. He doesn't do big goodbyes. He doesn't announce when he's leaving. He just disappears. To most people, this is strange. Social norms dictate that when you're at an event, you have to stay for a respectable amount of time. You have to make rounds, engage in small talk, and say a polite goodbye before leaving. A Sigma male doesn't follow these rules. If he's done, he's done. It's not about being rude, it's about energy. Social events exhaust him faster than they do other people. The noise, the pointless conversations, the forced smiles, it all takes a toll. He knows when he's reached his limit, and instead of forcing himself to stay, he simply leaves. Some people might see this as disrespectful. They assume he's uninterested, arrogant, or too cool for the room. But the truth is, he just values authenticity over social etiquette. And let's be real, most social events are filled with fake energy. People laughing at jokes that aren't funny, conversations that don't mean anything. Sigma males see through this, and it drains them. So they do what they do best, they exit, quietly, without explanation. And the next day, they don't even bring it up, because to them, leaving wasn't a dramatic statement. It was simply the natural thing to do. And that's why at every event, someone always ends up saying, "Wait, where did he go?" 4. Ignoring texts. For days. You text a Sigma male, and hours go by. Then a full day. Maybe 2. No reply. Just silence. At first, you think he's busy. Then you wonder if he's ignoring you. And just when you're about to give up, boom, he responds. No apology. No explanation. Just a casual reply as if nothing happened. Welcome to the mind of a Sigma male. To most people, texting is a way to stay connected. It's a lifeline of communication, a constant back and forth that reassures them they're not alone. But to a Sigma male, texting feels like a chore. He doesn't ignore people to be rude. He's not ghosting in the traditional sense. He just doesn't see the urgency. Most texts aren't meaningful. "Hey, what's up? How's your day? Did you see that meme?" To him, these feel like filler. They don't add anything to his life. So he lets them sit, untouched. It's not that he dislikes conversation, he just prefers it on his own terms. If a message sparks his curiosity, if it leads to a deep discussion, then he'll engage. But if it's just small talk, it goes straight to the mental back burner. This habit frustrates people. Some take it personally. They assume he doesn't care. But the truth is, he treats text the same way he treats everything else in life, with purpose. And here's the real kicker. He hates forced replies. If he responds, it's because he actually wants to talk, not because social rules say he has to. People often test this. They'll send double texts. They'll try guilt-tripping him into replying. But a Sigma male, he doesn't play that game. If he doesn't feel like talking, he won't. Simple as that. 5. Walking alone for no reason. It's late at night. The streets are quiet. Everyone else is inside, either asleep or glued to their screens. But a Sigma male, he's out walking, alone. No destination, no real purpose, just walking. This confuses people. Most walks have a reason: to exercise, to get somewhere, to clear the mind after an argument. But a Sigma male, he walks because it feels right. There's something about moving in silence that sharpens his thoughts. The stillness of the world, the sound of his own footsteps, the rhythm of his breathing, it all brings him clarity. Some people assume he's lost in deep thought, contemplating life's biggest mysteries. And sometimes that's true. But other times, he's just enjoying the feeling of solitude. Unlike extroverts who recharge through social interactions, a Sigma male refuels in isolation. Walking alone is his way of recalibrating, of sorting through the noise in his head without distractions. And if he ever has a problem that needs solving, he walks, not to escape, but to process. Movement helps him untangle complex thoughts in a way that sitting still never could. This habit often makes him seem distant or disconnected. People wonder why he doesn't want company, why he prefers to be alone when there's so much going on around him. But they don't realize solitude isn't loneliness for a Sigma. It's where he finds himself. And the best part? He never tells anyone about these walks. No Instagram stories, no texts saying, "I'm out clearing my head." It's a private ritual, something no one else needs to understand. So if you ever see a lone figure wandering the streets late at night, lost in his own world, chances are it's a Sigma male. At the end of the day, Sigma males don't care if the world understands them. They don't explain themselves. They don't justify their habits. And they definitely don't try to fit in just to make others comfortable. Because why should they? Society wants people to act a certain way, to be predictable, to be normal. But a Sigma male? He operates by his own rules. He has weird habits that most people don't get, routines that seem strange, and a mindset that makes no sense to the average person. and that's exactly why he thrives. Being different isn't a weakness, it's a power move. So if you've ever felt like you don't quite fit in, like your habits don't align with what people expect, maybe you're not broken. Maybe you're just wired differently. Maybe you're more Sigma than you realize. But before you go, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. More people need to know that being different is a strength, not a flaw. And if you're a true Sigma, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay sharp, stay focused, and stay unapologetically you.